Tonight at 11.
Doom! Hello and welcome to Mono Rants at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about our favourite cult and lesser known films and fail to talk about things we specifically mentioned earlier on. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades Mono, and someone who needs no extra chromosomes to turn into a monster is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
Oh yeah, you get between me and coffee, you're going to hear all about it.
Oh yes. After coming dangerously close to intelligent conversation last week, we're going to dumb it down a little with 2005's Doom.
Doom!
Yes. Now, it's still a Mono Rant's favourite, but I'm not about to say that I won't hear a bad word said about it because...
it's awful.
Yeah, because we will be saying some bad words about it.
It is honestly a terrible film, but it's brilliant.
Oh yeah, no,
It's so bad.
We
It's
do.
so bad
We love
it goes the whole way back around to being just brilliant, stupid fun.
It is. It's definitely stupid fun. But
And according to one critic in the Los Angeles Times, it shows less human dimension than the new Wallace and Gromit movie.
That's unfair to the new Wallace and Gromit movie.
Which would have been Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this wasn't critically well received, and I'm for once I'm not about to disagree with the critics, because yeah, it's a bad film, but
it's a bad film.
But it's a fun film, and I love this film, and yeah, I don't care what anybody says, I will continue to love this film.
Oh yeah, it is. It scored a blistering 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
Oh yeah,
and a stunning 34 on Metascore.
On Metacritic,
yeah,
and I think Rotten Tomato score is like 10 or 12% or something.
Probably
something equally low.
Probably about the same as what the actual Doom games would be on them. The ratings on those, like from non-Doom fans.
Well, I know that the rating for the original Doom games on IMDb is like 8.4 and 8.9 and shit like that.
There's not even a story. You're literally running around in that old Microsoft screensaver that everybody played with, and you were shooting things. It was Wolfenstein, but like not Nazis.
But it's still an excellent game, so
it is,
it's deserving of its 8.5, and this is deserving of its 5.2.
I was really annoyed
lower.
that they never did a version of it for the Wii, because I had House of the Dead for the Wii.
They have a version of it for the Switch, though.
Yeah, but I don't have a Switch, I have a DS.
No, but they have a version of it for the Switch, and they have a version of it for the DS.
Yeah.
They pretty much have a version of the original Doom for every platform now.
No, it would have just been fun, because House of the Dead as an arcade-style shooter on the Wii was great fun.
It was, yeah. But rail shooters worked really well.
No, actually, probably I would have ended up throwing a controller across the room after getting scared by something.
What, if you were playing Doom?
Yeah.
Especially if you were playing new Doom.
Yeah.
But we are not talking about video games today.
No, we're talking about the movie adaptation of the video game, which up until Doom 3 didn't really have a storyline.
No. Well, I mean,
basically.
It's not like they took much of a story from anything to do with Doom anyway for this, you know what I mean?
In fairness, bigger franchises have been made out of lesser source material.
Oh god, yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Fuck yes.
It's a ride in Disney that I've been on.
Yeah, no, like so definitely in terms of, we had Battleships?
Oh my god, I watched that. It's horrendous. There is actually a scene where they are jumping and they do say, "You sunk my battleship."
I would fucking hope so.
The boats are the aliens.
If I went to see Battleships and nobody at any point in the movie said, "You sunk my battleship," I would be.
Liam Neeson.
I don't care who's in it. If somebody in that film doesn't say, "You sunk my battleship," I would walk out and ask for a fucking refund.
Yeah, that is a stupid film.
Aren't the alien weapons, don't they kind of look like the pegs from the game or something?
They do a little bit, and the alien vessel things like skip in it across the water.
Okay. So yeah, there was definitely more
Transformers.
Yeah, well, in fairness, Transformers had plenty done with it. By the time the movies rolled around, there was video games and there was comics and there was
but there was the original 1980s
the original series
cartoon film as well with the death of Optimus Prime.
Yep, thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, so they've made much more out of much less.
Yeah, so I mean there was some stuff that they could have used in this and they didn't really use any of it, so who cares?
The closest thing to it is you have the BFG.
Oh yeah, there's Easter eggs throughout it.
It does look like the levels in it.
It's on Mars, there's Marines, there's monsters, there's first person shooters. So like
And very honest, I think that was the entire marketing for it. The only reason I don't remember when I first saw this.
No.
It's just always been there, and I think for a lot of people it was like a secret shame because it was so so universally panned when it came out that
Yeah.
if you liked it, you were generally mocked for liking it.
Yep.
So I think it was one of those things where like loads of people actually liked it, but nobody wanted to be like that one kid in the group who was like, oh, I thought it was okay.
Oh yeah, whereas I'm at the stage now where I'm just like, no,
No.
fuck it. I like what I like and I do not give a shit.
I love Super
So
Mario Brothers, the film, so I have like no taste level.
Oh, Super Mario Bros. Oh yeah. But we should probably do an AL summary before we get to...
It's Doom!
But come on, every film gets a summary.
Okay.
We're not trying to summarise the video game either.
No.
We're trying to summarise the movie, which has somewhat of a plot.
Yeah, a bit.
And it goes like this.
I gotta sing the Doom song now. Doom, 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 doom. The end.
Okay. Anyway. Billy Butcher, Black Adam, and a crew of one-dimensional space marines, no, not that kind, must travel to Mars through a portal with no safety measures to rescue some random scientists from bad plots and cool monsters. After a chase through some Victorian sewers and some science-y mumbo-jumbo, Butcher must save his sister with a kick-ass FPS sequence. Mac is also there.
Yeah.
Mac is also there.
Mac, yeah. Well, then he's all over there.
Yeah, and that's Mac.
Yeah.
Like, why is Mac in this movie?
I don't know.
Why
I just
is
love the fact
Mac
that
in this
Mac
movie?
is now like a really well-respected journalist.
Yeah, he worked for like Al Jazeera and
He
shit.
worked for Al Jazeera. He got his break on like ITV News in the UK, and now he's doing like something for news in China, or is like the Chinese like correspondent for something.
Yeah, but no, he's a proper order journalist now, and not a fucking completely random character in the 2005.
I forgot was in it.
I didn't forget he was in it. I was like,
I was just like,
Mac.
who are you?
Mac's that like random Asian dude who has a sword. He doesn't have a fucking sword.
He has like 2 lines and dies.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and dies out of fucking nowhere.
Sorry.
What?
He dies.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Shit. Yeah. Well, this is going to be a full spoiler rant.
Oh yeah.
This is going to
Yeah.
be a full spoiler rant. I'll say it'll be in the episode description
Yeah.
because this. Yeah,
It's Doom.
it's Doom. If you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, you're probably not going to watch it anyway.
No, watch it.
And you're but you're probably not going to come and listen
If
to a
you wanna
podcast
see,
about
like,
Doom before
baby-
watching it.
Like, this movie was 2005.
Yeah.
So Dwayne Johnson was still going as The Rock. He wasn't even Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yep.
He was just
The
The
Rock.
Rock. And Karl Urban, who had done Chronicles of Riddick, I think at this point, he had definitely been in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He'd been on Xena.
Yeah.
He's very baby-faced in this. It's quite sweet.
Yeah. No, he's very, very baby-faced in this horror.
Yeah, and he's got a terrible American accent, and he's not quite growly yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have the gravel in his voice yet,
Yeah.
and he tries to.
He's not like up to like Scourge, Dread.
Yeah, no, it is when he's delivering some of the lines. It's like, no, I know what you sound like nowadays, and it's not convincing. It's not convincing. But will we talk quickly about the characters, as little as there is to talk about them? We've got Sarge, who is the Sarge of the group.
Who's Sarge?
Who's The Rock, yeah. You've got Karl Urban as Reaper, who's the protagonist.
Yeah.
And that's about all there is to him.
Yeah.
He's the protagonist.
He has history.
Yeah, he's got history. He's got a sister who
he has a plot point, basically.
Yeah, he's got a sister who he doesn't
Is
get along
Rosamund
with.
Pike, who is stunning.
Also there. Oh, she is stunning, and she's also there.
And she's just there to be annoying corporate stooge-esque science person.
Yeah, and there for exposition.
Yeah.
She's fine, but
she
it's
does
also
nothing.
just kind of there.
Yeah. And the fact that they're the brother and sister, it's like, ooh, tension.
But
not really.
Yeah, everybody it can literally be summed up in 1 or 2 words.
Yeah.
She's like the scientist.
Yeah.
The other UAC personnel is Pinky, who's the IT guy.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Sarge.
Oh, also he's the coward. He's the coward / no, he's not really comedy relief.
He is a bit of like comedic relief.
He's like if R2D2 could actually talk. He's like the sarcastic IT guy.
Yeah, no, he's just a guy who watches the cameras and tells them where other people are.
Yeah.
And then, the Marines, you've got Sarge, who's the Sarge, and Reaper, who's the protagonist, and Destroyer, who's the tough guy, and
he's
Duke is
massive.
he's
too.
fucking huge.
He's got like a big like fucking hip mounted like minigun. Yeah, he's a big bastard.
Yeah, and Duke is the Joker. Goat's your religious guy. Portman is your pervert. Kid is your kid / new guy.
Just like that. Portman is the standard issue pervert of the group.
And
And he
Max.
really is. It's Richard Brake? break? Like,
I can't remember.
but yeah, and he plays really skeezy guy really, really well.
Yeah, he does. And Mac is also there. And Mac is, in fact, so much also there that you didn't even let me get to the end of the characters before.
No, fuck Mac. Everybody else does.
Yeah, no, Mac's just there too. He literally doesn't even get any characterization, because in that opening scene where you're like introduced to them, and you pretty much get it all from there. Duke's sitting down playing a video game and like
Being like,
cracking
come
jokes.
on, baby.
Yeah, and cracking jokes. Destroyer's hitting oranges with a baseball bat for some reason, but he's being big and tough.
I just love the fact that they're part of this like rapid response recovery team thing. They're supposed to be like highly trained personnel who go in on specialist missions, and they make them all share one small bunk room.
Yeah.
It's like, and they're 6 months, they're due for leave for the last 6 months, and their transport out is 5 minutes late.
Oh, but of course they're due for leave.
They've got to hit that cliche. Like they.
Oh yeah,
I'm surprised one of them isn't like a day away from retirement.
Well, yeah, but they have the kid on his first mission.
Yeah.
Instead of
he gets initiated into it right then and there.
Yeah.
When Sarge comes down to give them the mission, he's like, "You're now a member of the Rapid Response Recovery, whatever."
Yeah.
Double RTC.
But yeah, even in that scene, you get, like I said, Destroyers being all tough and smacking things with a baseball bat. Portman's being a pervert, and then
Portman is hilarious because he's got like the white slacks and the white shoes with like the
Hawaiian shirt on,
and he's going to go down to Mexico.
I can't remember what this is, like El Honto or something like that, and get a bottle of tequila and 3 she-boys
and have himself a good old time.
Yep. So he's clearly the pervert, and Goat then says he's disgusting and that he doesn't want to listen to him. So it's like, all right, you're
he's the super
the
religious
conservative
guy.
one.
Grim is cleaning his guns.
Yeah, he's cleaning
he's like the straight up,
Yeah, he's the straight man, and something to do with the kid. Well, yeah, he's like, yeah, you find out the Rock's like, right, when he's saying, right, guys, it's time to go. The kid, you're now activated. And Mac gets nothing. Mac's just the guy who's throwing oranges for the Destroyer.
Yeah.
So Mac, he literally, they're all one-dimensional characters, and Mac gets nothing.
Yeah.
Mac has 0 dimensions.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
It's like, no,
because he could have been a really fun character. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to see this guy go like hand to hand with something, or like pull out some like mad. You know that episode in The Simpsons where
No, I want to see the guy in the white suit do something.
Yeah, that's what
you pretty much you think Mac is there because he says more or less nothing up to that point. And you think, oh yeah, he's probably going to have some like. That's probably why I thought he had a fucking sword. Like, I'm sure that's racist of me, but you think, okay, well, there's an Asian guy there, and they even make that joke about like where Pinky's like, you don't look like a Mac, and he says this very Asian sounding name that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. And Pinky's like, oh yeah, so Mac. So you're like, okay, yeah, so fine, yeah, but then nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing, and then he just dies.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Like a punk.
It's not even like a punk. He just turns around and his head gets taken off.
Yeah.
So that's the characters.
Yeah, that's the characters now.
The plot
there is a couple of other ancillaries. You get Dr. Carmack, who you see in the very opening sequence of the film, which is scientists running scared away from something. They're getting like whipped off left, right, and right, kind of like the Velociraptors taking out the kids.
There's like 3 or 4 of them running.
Yeah.
And they're being chased by a couple of things or people. But there's only supposed to be 6 people in that facility.
Yeah.
Well, 7 if you include the guy they were experimenting on, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I think it is like just
Spoiler.
that one thing chasing him. Well, we said it was going to be spoiler heavy, so.
Yeah,
they're getting chased by a big fucking thing. You don't see what it is. Down little, small, narrow levels, which look exactly like the levels in the game. Which is small, identical corridors that's really easy to get lost in.
I know, I think they took a lot of visual cues from the Doom 3 video game, which was a couple of years, or maybe even a year or 2 before it.
Yeah, well, ideally...
Sarge's character is based on one of the characters from that game. Because that's one of the only games that has a story, basically.
Yeah, well, id or ID Software did work quite closely with Stan Winston's studio, who did all the creature effects for this and did all the suits, which is why this does look brilliant.
Yeah, well, that's...
The creatures themselves, like the likes of the Hell Knight and the various imps and stuff like that you've got going on in this, look fantastic because it was guys in suits. It was Brian
Steele,
who is amazing. He was Harry in Harry and the Hendersons. He was in a lot of Underworld. He was Mr. Wink in Hellboy 2. Basically, if it's a big burly guy in a suit, it's probably him.
Yeah, if it's a really, really, really big monster that's prosthetics, it's Brian Steele inside it. If it's a really skinny, gangly monster,
It's Doug
Doug Jones inside it, who's inside the imp suits in this.
The imps, yeah, who would, again, he was Abe Simeon.
Yeah.
He was the...
he's been in
loads
fucking
of stuff.
everything.
He's one of the demons in Hush in Buffy.
Yeah.
No,
he's literally...
He's the tall, skinny guy. He's did loads of like Pan's Labyrinth work, that sort of thing.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
loads of his stuff.
And what I thought was really, really nice in this is when the movie ends and it does, the credit thing where it gives you like all the main actors.
They get credited.
They get credited in that.
Yeah, they're after
kind of the main cast,
but
before the
Rock.
Yeah.
So they're just up before the Rock, but yeah, it's a really nice touch to actually give the creature guys some proper credit for a change, because those guys work really fucking hard.
They've got to emote through all that shit, and
no emoting in this one.
No, but they've still got it. Number one, they got to get into that shit, and there's so much extra work. They were saying, like, there's Doug Jones was saying I think the pair of them had to get their bodies cast about 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, because
they each wear 2 or 3 suits in this, so they had to get like full body cast and then bits and parts, and then they're going in for testing and having to move in it, and their jobs are so fucking hard. But it looks, then when you see it on screen, and especially now we're watching it, my maths is really bad.
17 years later.
Thank you. The monsters still look great.
They do. Yeah, no, there's a couple of shitty shots in it, but considering, like, I was actually surprised at how well it held up, considering it was early 2000s.
It's Stan Winston. He did Jurassic Park.
Stan Winston Studios. It wasn't actually Stan Winston.
No, but still, like, they did. They're the company that did Jurassic Park.
But
they're the prosthetic people.
I had kind of forgotten that, and this film does kind of slot in with that early to mid 2000s action sci-fi horror films, of which there was a glut, like, AVP, Resident Evil, Underworld, even Blade 2. There's tons of films kind of like this. And some of them really don't hold up well, and the ones that tend to be the ones that are prosthetic heavy. I think I kind of forgot that this was, because the 1 or 2 dodgy shots where they are CGI enhanced don't look great. And those were the ones I remembered.
No, because a lot of it was done with actual modelling, like when she's waving the blood over the tongue, and the tongue actually moves, and they have something physical there to react to. Yeah. The same with the imp stuck in the nanite wall, who's just like, nah. They have it hooked up to the IV and they can actually interact with it. Yeah. And you can see it there, and you can show it under full light, and it's all horrible, but you can still see that it's actual human anatomy that's skewed. Yeah. I think is a really nice touch on having the prosthetics and actually having the thing there and being able to manipulate it makes a huge difference, I think, in this.
Oh, definitely. And that's probably one of the stronger points of it, and one of the things that draws us to it. Yeah. And apart from its just kind of silliness, is that, the creatures are actually really well done. Oh, in fairness,
I think the only reason anyone ever, the main draw for people going to see this in a cinema was the first person shooter sequence, because that was what was marketed for, was like, it was the first ever, like, this was shot like this, and it still looks great.
Yeah, it's probably one of the parts that's held up the least well, because it uses the most CG. Yeah. But yeah, it's still great fun.
And it does feel like when you're playing a game, running through hallways and stuff, the way the camera moves and pans around, because that was the way it was. You couldn't, like, rotate the camera before you turned or anything like that. It was full on.
And it's funny in a way, because it's almost like, as I say, it doesn't hold up well, but it's not like watching other films where you go, oh fuck, that really looks awful, because
it was still prosthetics.
Well, no, it is. That first person scene is so video gamey. It's not like where you'd have your suspension of disbelief broken because, oh, that looks dodgy and that looks terrible and that monster looks bad. It's like playing a game from 2 or 3 consoles ago. Yeah. So it doesn't really affect it as bad, but that might just be me.
I do. I get that, because I went back to try and play one of the Grand Theft Autos on our old Xbox 360. Yeah. And I couldn't get around the controllers being so fucking clunky. But I totally get that. I was like, it moved the way that era of console moved. Yeah. And the way the camera moves in it.
The visual is not holding up, just kind of feels like I'm playing an older game.
I do like the fact that in that sequence that I felt that the monster that catches fire, that is totally something where you're like, just spray and pray, shooting, and accidentally set something on fire and be like, oh shit, that works!
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Run away some more!
But apart from the prosthetics and the creatures, there's nothing that really kind of is like standout, amazing and fun in this, like great in this film.
No.
The action is fine, like everything else is just fine.
Yeah.
But I still love it, and I can't really decide why.
I don't know why I love this one, but I do. It's stupid.
Yeah,
it's stupid fun.
Sarge's like escalating madness is brilliant, and it's just like every time he goes back to the med bay,
he gets
more
madder.
and more insane. He's like, and I kind of don't blame him, because the first time he comes back is when they bring back Carmack, and he's a little bit crazy, and they're trying to find out.
Have a moment for the guy who plays Carmack. Stellar job. That guy.
That weird lip thing that he does.
The tremoring. Yeah, that is so fucking creepy when they come up, like, because you got him at the start. He's the one doctor now. He's a fucking asshole. Because he's at the front of the herd that is running from this. He's a little wiry bastard.
Yep.
And he shuts the door on a girl, on another doctor, and she puts her arm through. And it's a lovely touch. The door crushes through the arm and it falls. And the hand relaxes.
Yeah, no, that's a nice little touch.
It's a just lovely little touch to that. And then he's the one who sends out this distress call and states that they've had a level 5 quarantine breach and to shut everything down. And he's visibly panicked, and you totally get it. And he looks kind of like, he has a great face for looking stressed. He looks panicked and stressed out, and he does that really well. But when they find him later on, when he's gone a bit cuckoo bananas.
Yes.
The way when they have him, he's not like he's cornered, but he's like hyperventilating, and it's almost like he's got the start of like rabies or something like that.
Yeah, no, he is. He plays it as kind of rabid. He does. Yeah, he's only in a few minutes of the film, but he does play that bit really, really well.
And then when they've got him back to the med bay, and he grabs her and is like, make it stop, or whether it's switch it off, or whatever he's saying to her.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Just the panic and the mania in his eyes. I just felt that it was a really, really good, really like amazing performance for such a small part.
I'd probably
like one of the best performances in the film.
Probably one of the only good performances in the film, because as much as I love Carl Urban and any of the other people in this, it's not great acting. Some of the rocks, hang on, before we get on to the other characters. Back to Sarge and his medbay visits. It's just,
like every time he goes back and saves.
Yeah, he goes. Well, the first time they go there is when they're bringing Carmack there, and it's like he's like, okay, so this guy's gone kind of crazy. We can't get any info out of him. Let's go off and find out some more. And then he comes back, and Carmack's gone.
Yeah, but they have like one of the
and
things.
Goat's dead, and they now have one of the things. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? And they go off again, and the next time they come back,
Goat's dead again.
Goat's dead again, and there's a thing stuck in the wall that he finds out is Carmack, and they
have Destroyer. That's when they bring back Destroyer that time, which is really fucking sad.
They just, actually, that's a nice little bit.
Every time he loses a team member, he gets more crazy.
And just the escalating craziness each time he gets to the med bay cracks me up. But there's a nice little throwaway bit when they bring Destroyer back after he's been killed, spoiler, which is that Duke is like, holy shit, is that Destroyer? And is like, oh man, is like, I'm here with you. And he's like trying to like wake him up. And it's not focused on at all. It's just happening in the background while Sarge and Samantha are having their argument about what's going on there.
Yeah, the thing in the wall that's hooked up to the IV and just kind of going...
And I just thought it was a nice little bit.
Well, Duke was talking to Samantha about family, and he says they
grew up together.
They were kind of all each other had.
Yeah, I don't know if there was more that got cut or anything like that or not, because Duke's the only one that they apart from the ham-fisted backstory and attempts at making us sympathise with the protagonist that they give us. Duke's the only one that they actually seem to try and develop in any way, shape or form.
Yeah, he's hilarious though.
He is.
I was quite sad when Duke went. And Duke, why the fuck did they kill? Is it just because they forgot that they had to kill Duke off?
Yeah, I feel like they either forgot that they had to kill Duke off.
Also, her reaction to that scene makes no sense to me because it's compared to everything else she has gone through.
Yeah.
That she does have her moments where she's screaming and stuff like that, but when Duke dies,
yeah,
which is, would not like to go out that way. It's kind of gross. But she is freaking the fuck out in the corner, and it's way more exaggerated than anything else, considering she goes on then to inject him with chromosome 24, then leave him and be on her own.
That's after the injection.
No, because that's when the bullet hits off the nano wall and shoots him in the stomach. Duke goes through the grate in the floor.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Sarge gets dragged out and goes, I wasn't supposed to die.
Yeah.
And he gets dragged through the nano wall and ba-ding, and we're going to inject you with this because you're my brother and I know you're good.
Yeah.
Which, big leap of faith right there.
But her reaction, I think, because they were trying to play up that, like, something was happening between her and Duke. Like that they were developing feelings for each other.
Yeah, it was just one of those bits that it just made no sense to me because she's like really freaking out. And then about 2 seconds later she's like, I'm going to inject you with this shit, and like...
They hadn't earned it yet.
Yeah.
That was it, they hadn't earned it yet. And yeah, Duke's death comes out of nowhere and it's like they forgot that they had to kill him off.
Yeah.
Or they decided, fuck, we haven't put enough development between him, so and Samantha. Yeah, I would have been happy to have Duke.
If she had freaked out like that at the very beginning, it would have made sense. Or if it had been an escalation of hysteria, it would have made sense. But it's just a one-off where she realises he's being dragged through a grate in the floor. She freaks the fuck out, and then she's calm again.
Yeah,
Even though her brother's just been shot and is bleeding out on the floor. Well, she's a lot calmer in that situation.
Maybe they actually did forget to kill him off and then had to come back and do some reshoots, and they just got the 2 actors. They just got the 2 actors. They just got her in one day to do some scream reaction shots, and they got him in one day to do the pull through the floor shot, because like at the end of the day they were sitting back and watching the film and they were like, okay, cool, so everything coming through, and then we have our big final fight, and then Carl Urban and Rosamund Pike go up in the elevator and film is over, and then somebody went, hang on, what happened to Duke? Well, we saw Duke a while ago running around with Sarge, and then he just wasn't in the film anymore. Fuck, did we forget to kill him off? So, yeah, because it feels just like out of nowhere and just throw away. Now we're getting rid of Duke now. The only character we've tried to develop in any way, we're just going to kill him off. Practically off screen.
Yeah.
And then with, some overacted response shots from
Rosamund Pike. Because they really are. That was the one thing that bothered me, because I actually quite like her for a female in this sort of situation. She does have a lot of authority, and it's nice to see her not being the atypical kind of female character in a action horror film.
Yeah, and she's got more
she's
character.
there like cutting them up, and like she's doing fucking autopsy. She's actually using her time well.
Yeah, and she's
doing an autopsy. She's trying to find out what's going on. She's doing the little experiments with the brain matter and stuff like that after Goat kills himself.
Yeah, she's winding up Duke, being like, what are you afraid of nano walls, and go and get me that bone saw and stuff like that. She's got more charm and characterization to her than the protagonist.
And like she stands up to Sarge and stuff like that. So that whole reaction, because immediately after that she snaps back into authoritative figure. So that whole reaction just really seemed out of character and like really out of place.
Yeah, but the writing is by no means the strongest part.
No, it just as an observation on my part that.
You're right. Yeah, no, it is. It's way overacted. It's way overacted and way out of like sync with the rest of the film. Because the only other time that she screams at anything is when the first monster is revealed to her on the body bag. And even then, it's just like a jump back.
It's like, what the fuck is that? Get a stick, poke it.
And then, immediately the scientific curiosity overtakes. It's just like, what now? But a thought did just occur to me as to why this film does appeal to us so much, which is that it very much follows the Aliens playbook. The old Jim Cameron playbook of characters, exposition, and character development up front half, and then explosions and actions at the back half. And it very much follows that. Yeah. That sort of pattern. So that could be one of the reasons. It's like a cheap knockoff Alien that we like. Yeah. Or knockoff Aliens.
Also, I like the way Thingy goes out. What's his name? Portman?
In the toilet.
Yeah.
Well, over the toilet.
Getting the shit knocked out of him in the toilet.
Yeah. Oh, he deserves it, though. Yeah. He deserves it.
I also really like the conversation between him and the kid, where the kid's basically asking for drugs.
Oh, Portman makes him ask for it explicitly, even though he knows.
No, do you know what I really like about that is it's quite dark, but the way Portman keeps appearing over the kid's left-hand shoulder with this really menacing grin.
Yeah.
And it's just the whites of his eyes and the teeth you can really, really see. And it's a real Cheshire Cat grin.
Yeah.
I just really like that.
Yeah, no, Portman...
With the southern accent, I was like, ooh, devil on your shoulder.
Portman is just Richard Blake, or Blake, whichever it is. I think it's just him having a hell of a lot of fun. He read the script for the character and just went, oh yeah, I'm going to ham the shit out of this. Yeah. I'm going to have so much fun. And I think he had a blast just playing this ridiculous
None of them
pervert.
have ever hammed the shit out of it quite as much as Frank Langella as Skeletor.
No.
but Richard Brake does have a good shot at it.
Yeah, he comes close. He definitely comes close. One of the other things that I really like about this film, and I like it when everybody dies in a film.
Yes.
And everybody dies in this film. Well, except for two characters, everybody dies in this film. And a lot of the deaths you don't even see, but there's 70 odd people on the Mars base, and then a couple of hundred or whatever in the Earth base.
Yeah, they're all dead.
And yeah, everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies. I don't know why. I like films where everybody dies.
Yes, unmitigated slaughter. It's fun.
Yeah, I know. Apparently there was a lot of gore cut out of it, and I'm wondering, is it scenes of them just running around shooting innocent people that they cut out?
Yeah, probably.
Because there is only the few actual monsters in it, and
there
there's a lot of zombies, zombie things.
An incubation period between infection and actually morphing into the big thing.
Yeah, well, it seems to be like you die and then you turn into the big thing.
Yeah, it's not like T-virus in Resident Evil that just mutates you.
Yeah, well, I don't think they thought clearly through exactly the...
No, but wherever this is, it seems to inject it into you. If it's the tongue thing.
Because we
see it happening to goat.
Yeah.
And then it's in the blood, and it's something to do with what's in the blood.
Yeah, they keep doing this thing where they start off with what sounds like a scientific explanation about something, and then they fucking faff it at the end with some airy-fairy bullshit. Like when she's talking about the chromosome 24 thing at the end, and she's like saying that with the bit with the tongue.
The markers.
Yeah, that it's picking some people. Why is it picking this person? Why isn't it picking that? And that there are genetic markers for things like psychopathy and stuff like that. And he's like, what? Like a marker for evil? And up to that point, it's kind of sciencey. And then she turns around and says, well, 10% of the human genome is unmarked. Some say it's the blueprint for the soul. No. And it's what you ever fuck off. They do it about 3 or 4 times in the film where they start an explanation of something. And it's like, okay, yeah, this is some light sci-fi. But, at least you're making an attempt to make it sound sciencey.
Why does this chromosome, which is a synthetic creation, it's like, it turns some people good and some people evil. Like, all they have to say is it enhances the attributes that you have. If you're, whichever your affinity is, if you're going to go with, say, the likes of the Night Watch, good and evil, light and dark morality thing, just use that sort of explanation. Don't be like, it's doing it based on like a protein marker, or there's a pheromone, or it's choosing. It's not on a fucking speed date with you. It's just biting people.
Yeah, they try and go
also,
for this.
Why would a synthetic... Sorry, I'm going to get a little bit rambly here.
That's all right.
Why would a synthetic chromosome have the ability to choose who to infect? It's a fucking chromosome.
Well, no, I think what they were trying to go for there was that when an evil... Also,
as an apex species, why would it want to create more things that are a direct competition to itself?
Well, strength in numbers.
But then you've also got...
Let me answer one of your questions at a time, goddammit. But no, I think what they're trying to say there is it's not that the chromosome is choosing. It's that the infected, mutated person wants to infect and mutate more of itself or to make more of itself. And it knows that it can't change everybody. Some people it will turn into superhuman Carler Bands, and others it will turn into imps and Hell Knights. And it is able to sniff out that genetic marker in people. So that's how it, as a being, knows which people to turn and which not to. It's not that the chromosome can somehow detect it.
I know. It just... I have
Again, it's bullshit.
I know.
It's purely badly explained bullshit. Like,
I know. I just always have this thing when it's like, all this thing wants to do is reproduce like a virus. Why? Why does it want to consume all the resources that are available to itself? It's supposed to be a predatory species. You're going to end up with more mouths to feed than there is shit to eat.
But that's kind of my point.
In a closed environment.
Don't try and make it sciencey if you're just going to faff the fucking ending.
Because I'll show up with my fucking endless questions.
Exactly. Oh, exactly. Exactly it. It's... I mean, we said it a couple of times, I think, in the boys' records. Don't set something up
and not explain it, because I am anal retentive enough to fucking notice.
Well, not even not explain it, but don't set something up and then actively counteract it. And it is kind of this is like, yeah, you've said a few various things, but some of them contradict each other, and other things we could just poke holes in very easily. But, like I say, the writing in this isn't particularly strong, and probably could have benefited from Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright taking a pass at it. But
script polishing.
They refused to do so, apparently.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because seriously, some of it is, like, there's that...
I'm sorry, Semper Fi, motherfucker, is still one of the best, like, entrance lines.
Semper Fi, motherfucker, was great, and when Portman is giving out about having to get in the sewer, and he's like, oh, when they said...
Basically, every interaction with Portman.
Shits, Portman's like, oh, when they said down the shits, I didn't think they meant it literally. And Sarge is just like, get in the hole, Portman.
Every interaction with Portman's great, because it's generally, shut up, Portman.
Yeah. And it was a perfect role for Rock, because not that he's like one of the most talented actors in the world or anything now with a huge range or anything, but in this, it was perfect for him because all he was able to do was ham it up. And all this role needed was ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, Semper Fi, motherfucker is just
I just
great.
love the fact that they put him in these big clumpy boots, because he had a really successful career as a wrestler, but he still wasn't as like physically massive as he is now.
Yeah.
Like you look at him, you go, oh look, it's little baby Rock.
Yeah.
He's got these big clumpy boots on. Like he's not even the biggest person in the cast, because the guy who plays Destroyer is like taller.
He's fucking huge.
He's
that guy's fucking huge.
And I love the fact that he lasts a really long time in a one-on-one with the Hell Knight, and they're like punching the shit out of each other.
That's one of the more ridiculous parts of the film.
The thing that annoys me about that is it's so dark. That's a scene that could have benefited from some like soft ambient lighting.
Yeah.
Because you do lose some of it.
Because they tried to play around with it a bit with the fact that it's the electrified cage.
Yeah.
And when things are smacking off it, you're getting a light.
Also, what sort of plug does that computer monitor have?
It's got like 6 cables tied together.
Because he's like swinging it around the place.
Yeah, and then when the Hell Knight grabs it and swings it back, why doesn't he just let go instead of getting flung across the room?
I know, and into the electrified
wall.
But
he takes an insane amount of damage and just keeps getting on up and like throwing punches at this giant demon thing.
He's basically Spoon.
Spoon's way better.
Yeah.
But he falls in, so he gets like bashed around the place by the Hell Knight and then gets thrown in. Hits a couple of chains on the way down and lands in that pit. Has the big fight with the Hell Knight.
Gets electrified.
Gets electrocuted a couple of times. Gets thrown around the place a few more times. Climbs up a chain to get out. And when he's probably around the same height he was to begin with, the Hell Knight grabs the chain and pulls it back down. And he falls straight down. And that's what kills him.
He hits the back of his head, because when they find him later on, he's there and you can see the pool of blood and his eyes are wide open.
Yeah, I
Which
don't know.
Is actually
for everything else,
you can tell straight away, because he's got like the sightless, the sightless stare.
But for everything else, he took. For everything else, he took.
Come on.
That shouldn't have killed him.
No.
Good, but it's no Spoon.
No,
it's definitely no Spoon. But yeah, no, I think that is probably whoever. I didn't even bother looking at who wrote this. But whoever wrote this, so you can tell there's a few parts that they thought they were very clever. That line about you should have been looking at a microscope and not a sniper scope.
Oh,
you know they were very proud of themselves when they wrote that fucking line.
There's some fucking awful lines in this.
And the whole I can't think of the word. The speaker system that's telling you.
Why do they have a pre-recorded message that states that all citizens have now been evacuated?
All personnel, not all citizens, all personnel.
To an empty facility.
Yeah, if all personnel, UAC personnel.
One of the guys who wrote this wrote Wonder Woman 1984, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, John-Claude Van Johnson.
Yeah, I did look it up actually.
Mortal Kombat, Zombieland Double Tap.
Did the screenplay for them, yeah.
Godzilla, The Expendables 2.
Did all the Expendables.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember looking them up.
Yeah.
So, what was I ranting about?
Oh, the Tannoy recordings.
Yeah, why would you play it to an empty fucking place if they had all been evacuated? And they hadn't all been fucking evacuated, because there were still like 3 of them there. And all those dead scientists.
I know.
And that terrible, terrible, heavy-handed bit of foreshadowing when they're in the helicopter at the
Oh,
start.
when the lights turn red and you're like, oh, wow, I wonder who's going to turn evil.
But it's Carla says, you gotta face your demons at some point. Cue lights turning red immediately and cut to the Rock staring at him, like, ominously. It's like, wow, that is some choice foreshadowing. That really
Red light
is.
means they go.
And while we're on the shitting on things train, there is a terrible lack of safety around the Ark travel, isn't there? Not so much as a safety
I love
railing.
the fact that, they walk in and it's like this glowing light thing, and I was like, oh, my stupid brain went, oh, you stand in the light thing, like it's a fucking transporter from Star Trek.
Well, I think that's the implication, is that you stand
But
there.
then your man stands really... He goes, oh, don't stand too close to the core, you might get sucked in. Then stands about 2 foot from the fucking core.
And is the whole point not to get sucked into it?
I
So
know! No.
Like this wobbly
But
portal
what
thing.
happens if you're just some poor bastard intern going past and you trip and fall into it? Like, there's not even like a minimum safe distance, like a piece of like black and yellow tape.
Stand behind this yellow line on the floor or
Yeah.
anything. And considering the way that fucking elevator comes up out of the ground, like it's
Oh
some
my
sort of
god!
fucking-
Oh my god! Is that how they found it? Were they grazing like sheep or something on that, and it came launching out of the ground and just yeeted a sheep into space?
Well, it doesn't come up that fast.
No, but it'd be really fucking funny.
Yes. But yeah, considering the way that
wow.
elevator comes up and is all fancy, not so much as a safety railing
No.
around the actual thing that transports you to an entirely different planet.
Yeah, built by things.
Things that we don't know what they were.
Yeah, who obviously don't give a shit about safety either. But like, at least put up a cordon.
Yeah.
Because I'm a naturally very clumsy individual, and I would be the poor bastard who just happened to like trip one day
Yeah.
and like get sucked in or
Yeah,
lose
no,
a foot in it.
Yeah, I was very disappointed by the
And
lack of
there's a
safety
lot of
protocols.
people, and it's not like it's in like it's not like it's like an embarkation room that's like off to the side. They're literally like, come into the
There's fucking kids!
It's in the middle of the lobby.
There's fucking kids at that facility, both the Mars ones and the Earth one.
Yeah.
There's kids, and
It's in the
what
middle.
The fuck?
It's like if you walked into a fucking hotel and this was in the middle of the lobby. Because that's where it is. Because when he's like, oh, welcome to the Ark. And you're expecting him to come through this like kind of big facility and into this thing. It's like, no, it's right there.
Yeah,
It's not like at least in Stargate you have to get through the big door in the mountain.
and there's no security on top. Okay, granted that elevator looks like it goes pretty far down, and when it's
Why does the elevator have a glass roof if it goes down that deep?
I don't know, and there's no security on top, which I'm guessing maybe you don't need a lot of security when the ground is
Security.
well, this elevator is hidden in the ground. But yeah, no, there's kids, there's a ton of kids in that facility, and they're just letting them fucking run around.
I also am like, did they have all the kids sign NDAs? Because I'm pretty sure they don't understand what that means. Because there's some top secret shit going on.
Yeah,
there.
what kind of fucking dodgy human experimentation corporation lets people just have their kids come to work with them?
Take your kids to work day?
Yeah, the kids thing.
Sir, she's my daughter and I love her.
Nice Robot Chicken reference. Do you see? It's because of people like you that Jerry doesn't get to see his daughter. But yeah, so the lack of Ark safety was quite frankly shocking. Quite frankly shocking. And I will be sending a letter to their supervisors.
I don't know why it never occurred to me, but I was like, but we were like, oh, it's in the future, people are smart, but we both work with the general public, and I can say this, people as a whole, not a smart race.
No. And speaking of, there's that line about how when they get back to Earth, about how they can't reset the quarantine because they've been locked out. And the kid is like, what, they're locking us out of computers now? And Duke is like, yeah, they used to be rocket scientists. And it's like, at no point have we seen any of the infected people exhibit any sort of intelligent behavior.
No, they're all
just raving
around.
lunatics.
Yeah.
Like Carmack was a rambling lunatic. Any of the other ones they found on the Mars base were trying to attack them and stuff. So yeah, nobody was setting no fucking
there's not
locking
one
people
going
out of
around
computer
wearing
systems.
like thick-rimmed glasses and pocket protector.
Yeah.
This isn't Gremlins 2. He didn't get into a batch of super intelligence serum.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird one.
Yeah.
But again,
And
the script's
they're
not the strong point of this film.
No, an ST grenade just sounds like something it sounds like a medical event.
Yeah, it kind of does.
That happens in New Orleans following Mardi Gras.
Yeah. But the aforementioned sewers.
Oh,
Why
the
are there sewers on fucking Mars?
Why is there that much wastewater on a planet that is dead?
Why is there that much wastewater for a facility that only has 75 people?
Also, it's an open excavation site, which implies that Mars has some form of atmosphere.
Yeah, the whole and when there's that
they're
really
not
terrible...
really that fussed. Like the pressure door is literally just a pressure door. It's not like there's no airlock or anything to it. It's literally one door.
Yeah, so like, and if they're excavating, are they excavating underground?
No, they show the excavation site and
Like,
it's got ladders and shit.
Yeah,
on
I
it.
know,
But they don't seem to be wearing suits or anything like that.
and when we hear the kind of flashback that Karl Urban is having when he's
Oh,
thinking
God.
like, oh, it's terribly done, it's fucking atrocious. But when he's like, you know, you can hear... Yeah, it's like you hear two kids running around and their parents telling them not to run around, and it's like they're not shouting to each other between spacesuits.
No.
They're shouting at each other out in the open. And we have been told that Mars cannot
support life. That's why they test weapons up there.
Yeah, and that's why she's so sure that it's not a creature that's come from outside the facility. And like, yeah, to support life, you need air. So yeah, that was...
The sixth man, he didn't have a suit on.
Yes. But again, plot holes and this film.
Yeah.
There are many. There are many.
Yeah.
I did find that the big fight scene at the end was a little bit anticlimactic because it came directly after the kick-ass first-person shooter scene.
Yeah.
Was that just me?
Yeah, it was a little bit. Also, I think the way you don't get enough of The Rock turning into the big thing.
No, and he looks kind of pants when he does turn in.
Yeah, I know they did a lot of the work with face prosthetics and trying to make it look believable.
It just didn't look great. I thought it was weird.
It still looked better than the Scorpion King.
Yes. Not hard though.
No.
Yeah, but it's a weird...
He looked like he was turning into one of the fucking...
He looked like he was turning into a Buffy vampire.
Yeah. Yeah, or Legend.
But it's just, yeah, it's a weird... Because everything that happens in the first-person shooter scene is so quick and snappy. And then this fight scene is mostly a slow fist fight where they're like swinging each other around and throwing each other through walls and stuff.
It's very similar to the fight scene at the end of Ravenous where they're both kind of wrecked.
But that's way better.
That is way better. Whereas
And
this is just kind of a
is,
sluggy...
In Ravenous...
Just a big old slug 'em out.
In Ravenous, it's two now superpowered cannibals who are beating the shit out of each other, and you can tell because they are like really doing damage to each other. In this, it's supposed to be... Stop it, Babu. Be quiet. But yeah, in this, it's supposed to be superpowered Karl Urban and now evil superpowered The Rock. And apart from like some big jumps and like bending a metal bar around arms, it kind of just looks like a fight between two dudes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I found it very anticlimactic.
Yeah, it got a bit weak.
Yeah, it's just because the first person shooter scene is there and it's so frantic and fast.
Especially when they do the whole thing at the start of it where they're like, you know, taking off the weapons belts and taking off the armor, and you're like, yay, it's gonna be a big... And it does start off quite quick and snappy.
Yeah.
But then it just turns into a straight up brawl.
Yeah.
Like The Rock, you think, oh, you have The Rock and it's supposed to be like this big superpowered brawl. Have him do some like... He knows like moves and stuff. You know that he's able to he can be choreographed to do like fancy holds and lifts and throws.
Mm.
He's used to that. He was a wrestler, and they don't even utilize any of that stuff because that would have been fun to see him dropping elbows.
I feel like what they should have done, if Reaper's supposed to be this like
super strong,
and but also he's the good guy and he's the straight man. He'd have just he has one bullet left that he shoots into the ground or shoots into the air. He should have just shot Sarge in the face.
Yeah.
And then had a big fight with Hell Knight or something. Had a big fist fight, punch up with a Hell Knight.
No, if he had shot if he had shot Sarge when he at the end of the first person sequence and then gone and found Samantha, and as they're trying to leave, Sarge comes back as a Hell Knight, and then they have the big brawl. And the only way you can tell it's Sarge by like the dog tags, or you can see the Semper Fi tattoo on his back or something weird like that. And then they have a big ass brawl.
Yeah.
Would have been better.
Yeah, for me, I thought it was annoying that he fires off one last bullet that he has.
Yeah.
So yeah, have him fire that bullet at Sarge, kill him. And then a couple of seconds later he comes back, even if it's not as a Hell Knight, just as it was as we saw.
Yeah.
And then fight him. I was just like, It would have been a nice little like gag as well. You could still have your classic monster coming back at the end.
Yeah.
But
Or
yeah, there's a
what would
few.
have been funnier would have been the kid coming back as a monster.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a few missed opportunities. I feel
Yeah.
like in that. Like they could have said, for example, like they could have found out some more information about the aliens in the past, and that was actually why they built the Ark, because they were so desperate to escape what they had done to their own planet
I
by
think
creating
that's
these
kind
monsters.
of implied.
It's the implication, but it's not like this film to
Yeah.
have any deeper things
No,
implied
because
in
that
it.
is the one nice bit when they're talking about Lucy, the skeleton with the baby, and it is that there is horror on the faces of those skeletons.
Yeah,
And just that little thing of you don't shield an infant.
you don't shield a baby from time.
From time.
yeah.
That's about one of the deepest moments that they get into when they're talking about the archaeology of it.
Yeah, I like the line when Sam is commenting on his nickname, and she's like Reaper, as in Grim, and he's just like, they're Marines, Sam, they're not poets.
Yeah.
It was a good line. I'll give them that one.
Yeah.
That line was good, and Semper Fi, motherfuckers. 2 lines, they can have those 2 lines. But I mean, like, we've spent the last 15 or 20 minutes or more shitting on it, but I love it, and I'm still going to watch it every couple of years.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoy it.
It's Doom.
Yeah, it's Doom.
Yeah. You've just it's the movie when you don't know what to watch and you're in a stupid mood.
Yeah, throw it on.
Yeah.
It's
Popcorn, soda. It's a shade at the screen.
silly action flick.
Yeah. With the most, like, early 2000s fucking music going on. The drums in particular.
Oh yeah, like I said,
It was a Trent Reznor score.
Well, there's a Trent Reznor song at the end. I don't know if it was
Which is
scored by him.
very,
But
very Nine Inch Nailsy. It's like uber.
It really does fit in with that kind of group of films that I was talking about
The
earlier.
Paul
of
W.
like,
S. Anderson
of
special.
like, of like Resident Evil and AVP and Underworld.
I will say Resident Evil looks slicker.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're all the exact same or they're all
but
as good as
there's
each other,
bits
but I would lump them together in that kind of action sci-fi horror from the early to mid 2000s.
No,
There's a lot of them.
The way that the Umbrella facility is done, I think, works better. The way it's quite bright and sterile,
Yeah.
juxtaposed with the broken areas, whereas in this you don't really get. It's mostly gloomy.
Yeah, there's only 1 or 2 places that are kind of well lit, and yeah, a
And
lot of
they
the rest
get
of the time it's
gloomier.
actually too dark.
Yeah, the pit fight in particular, that's the one I
Yeah.
felt suffered the most. It is very, very dark.
And when Mac dies.
And when Mac dies, yeah, because we missed it.
It's easy to miss when Mac
It's
dies.
really easy.
Easy to miss Mac. Like
Poor Mac.
if you were to say, if you were distracted by your phone, went to the bathroom and then had to answer the door
Sneezed.
at specific times in this film,
You
you might
wouldn't
not even know
see
Mac
Mac.
existed. It's, yeah, poor El Mac. Poor El Mac.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I do like it when they check their kill cams.
The kill cam bit is nice.
Yeah.
I think that's a little Aliens nod as well.
The circle up.
Yeah, there's quite a few Easter eggs in regards to names
Yes.
of like people who worked on the original Doom have characters named after them in this. And there's that Olduvai Gorge. Kind of
Yeah, because
Easter egg.
that's the Olduvai Valley in Ethiopia, I want to say.
Can't remember where it is, but it's where
It's
some of the
cradle of
earliest.
civilization.
Well, it's where some of the earliest pre-hominid remains were
Yeah.
found. And seeing as how we're talking trivia, I'm going to wedge in any old Stargate bit of reference where I can. And that the actor Mike DePud, who's been in all 3 Stargate series,
Yes!
as a character actor, was the voice for the original Doom guy in Doom 1, 2, and Final Doom.
Yeah.
The original.
He went, a
Arr!
lot.
Arr! That was Mike DePud. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stargate reference.
And another little point of information. I can't remember the guy who created the original Doom.
Oh, John Romero.
He
One of the original creators lives here in Ireland.
lives in Galway.
Yeah. Yes, he
Pleasantly,
does.
I found out the other day.
Yeah, no, I didn't realise that either. Apparently he's been living over here for a few years.
Yeah, he has a gaming studio here, which is really nice to see.
Yeah. So that was Doom, I think,
Yeah.
in its totality.
It's
Spoilers
stupid.
and all. It's stupid. It's
Everybody
fun.
dies.
Yeah.
There's a really big gun in it.
Yeah, Baby Carler Band, Baby the Rock.
Baby Carler Band is the best part about it.
Yeah.
Rosamund Pike looking the same age she always looks, because I'm pretty sure she's not human. She's a
yeah,
fae.
she doesn't age. She doesn't
Rosamund
age.
Pike is a fae.
Yeah.
She did.
and that one dude from Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
But let's face it, I don't think anything we say or do in regards to Doom is going to make people watch it or rewatch it if they don't want to. If you like it, you like it, and you're going to watch it. And if you don't, you ain't going to watch it.
No.
Because it's Doom.
It's Doom. It's stupid. It is the stupidest film.
I wouldn't say it's the stupidest film we have, but it's up there.
Yeah.
But it's stupid and enjoyable.
Yeah.
So it fits the bill.
Yes.
It fits the bill.
It is so
definitely
silly.
not as intelligent and thought-provoking as last week's one.
No. Well, we were going to do a different film, and then our DVD decided to explode.
We were going to do two different films. One we couldn't find, even though we were convinced we had a copy. Another one we sat down and watched half of, and then the DVD was fucked.
Yeah.
So we were like, fuck it, we're doing Doom. We're doing Doom, fuck it. So that was Doom.
Yeah.
That was Doom. Thanks for joining us, guys. We will be back next week with maybe one of the two films we tried to watch.
If we can get
I'm not going to say
copy
anything
of it,
because we'll jinx it otherwise, but we will definitely be back with some kind of film next week. Thanks for joining us, guys, and in the meantime, if you want, you can head back and listen to our previous episodes from Mono Rants the Movies, or you can listen to all of our coverage of The Boys and Diabolical from Amazon Prime. That's over at Mono Rants the Boys. And if you'd like to get in contact with us, you can find us on Twitter at RantsMono. You can find us on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Doom, doom, doom. Go home now.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Mono Rants.
We are One Chord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Sci-Fi.